to figure out what we wanted to do, and then we made a decision within a couple days, and that's just what it is. Like we were confident in what we can do, obviously because of our past. Obviously, it's a different game now. It's not necessarily a everybody goes out, and then obviously with the pandemic, it kind of changed the outlook of how everybody parties or even goes out at this point, because there's still a fear, like COVID ain't gone. So people are still in fear of catching COVID.
Life can be beautiful if you let it.
In the bowl.
Yo, what do you know? Welcome to the Bowl Podcast. I'm your host, Nas.
It's your guy, Tall Man, back in D.C.
As always, In the Bowl Podcast is sponsored by your nation's #1 mobile hookah provider, where they not only do private events, they do wholesale distribution and take that experience to the next level. What's up?
What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? You back in the States, huh?
Yes, sir. 14.5-hour flight. I'm here.
That's what's up. That's why this episode's special, right? Because you back on this side of the body of the water. We got two special guests here. We doing a live show now. My guy's back. We got my fellas here from the Yellow Grace. So, I want to give an opportunity to clap a round of applause for my guys, man. Y'all some dope folks, man. But I want to give yourself an opportunity to kind of introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? Tommy, one of the owners of Ella Grace.
No, you got more than that, dog. So hold on, let's start this shit. So look, these are my guys, right? And as we get into it, the reason why it's a special episode is because, like I said, my man's back. Talk about his journey, what he's about to do here. We coolin'. So again, these are my folks from Ella Grace. This is my man Tommy, my man Raheem. They're the owners of Ella Grace, and they doing big things down here. We talk about, obviously what folks do in the sandbox events, but we also talk about what people do in the community right here. So, this episode is real special because, like I said, my man's back. We got two guys here that are feeding back into the community and doing their thing and living by their own rules. So, I'm gonna give a round of applause once again, for my mans. Tommy and Raheem, what's up, fellas?
What's up, y'all?
What's going on? What's going on?
Yes,
So,
sir.
what's up, man? What is Ella Grace? Like, why? What is Ella Grace?
Ella Grace pretty much came about through the previous owner. We had an opportunity to take over once the gentleman had I would say a work project, more or less, that had to take him on to the other side of the country, which allowed us the window to take over, to purchase Ella Grace. Ella Grace, a lot of people always ask us what Ella Grace stands for. Honestly, Ella Grace was named by the previous owner, from my understanding and from our understanding, is that it was named after his daughter. The one request that he had for us once we purchased Ella Grace was to keep the name. And honestly, I thought it was a dope name, so I didn't mind keeping the name. And between me and Raheem, we agreed to keep Ella Grace's name going.
Yeah.
So that was in 2020, right before the pandemic. And a lot of people have seen a lot of businesses over the pandemic pretty much either tried to survive through the pandemic, and we did the same thing. We had a lot of issues that we had to deal with coming up to this point, but we battled through a lot of the issues that we had to deal with, obviously with restrictions, things of that nature. But it obviously, between myself and Raheem and our team, we put together a team that would understand what we wanted to put out to the community, and they understood the mission. So honestly, it's taken a lot of hard work, but we are still here. After next month will be 3 years.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Definitely. So, starting the business in 2020, with the pandemic, what was your biggest challenge?
Honestly, not knowing what to expect, because honestly, between myself and Raheem, and honestly our whole team, we thought that the pandemic might last only 2 months, maybe max 3. Gave us a little bit of time to kind of, figure out.
Nobody knew it would take that long.
Yeah.
Like nobody was expecting that really. So we thought it was like a good move, quick move we could do. We was looking to invest some money, so this just popped up as an opportunity. Took it.
Yep.
Pray for the best.
That's like a true definition of an entrepreneur, right?
Yeah.
And so it's one of those things where
Risk takers.
you know what I'm saying, risk takers. You know what I'm saying? So it's just great you say that, because I know it's like risk takers. But yeah, I think that's a true definition of entrepreneur, because y'all aren't even new to it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been around for a while. You know what I'm saying? And you made a statement of not only just the risk part of it, right? But you said, no one knew what it was going to take, but we invested our bread, and when some people may call it gamble, but you took a risk. You know what I'm saying? You thought about it. So tell me what that was like, even coming up from that. Like, what made you? Because like I said, y'all been around for a minute.
Yeah, I mean,
so what made y'all think that was the right risk?
I mean, coming back from our background from the nightlife industry, we were doing this since we was in college. So just my man, 100 grand, knowing each other for damn near over 20 years. So between me and him, we have done probably some of the biggest parties in the city over since like 2001. I mean, from the campus of Maryland all the way up into fashion shows, college parks, events, stamp parties. If y'all been to them, you already know what goes on down there.
Stamp parties. Wow.
So
for a stamp party.
Yeah, so like we come back from all that, and
Dream Palladium.
Dream Palladium, Love, H2O, DC Live, Platinum.
Yeah.
I mean, Home. I mean, if you were back then, that was the days of like real partying. Like, what we do now is just like we going out to hang out, but it's just kind of like hanging out and showing off what you're doing. But like back in the day, we really partied. Like we went. People actually went out to really party. Like I don't like nowadays. When you go to the club, you really don't see a lot of people really dancing in the middle of the floor, dancing in the crowds, whatever. It's just like, all right, I'm gonna go buy a VIP table, and I'm a parlay with my group, and maybe the other groups that are around us are partying too, and we gonna get into it. But like back then, you can find a party anywhere. Like you can literally be in a corner somewhere and grinding it out, dancing it out, doing whatever you're doing. But so like it's
a party.
Yeah, but back in it, like with that background, going into Ella Grace and having that opportunity, like I said, I left the game probably in like 2014, like officially, and I always told myself like if I was gonna get back into it, I had to own something. So the opportunity came. It was like a quick call. I was like, yo, get your ass here. I don't care what you're doing, sleeping, whatever. Get dressed, come up here. So it took no more than a couple hours to kind of figure out what we wanted to do, and then we made a decision within a couple days, and that's just what it is. Like we were confident in what we can do, obviously because of our past. Obviously, it's a different game now. It's not necessarily a everybody goes out. And then obviously with the pandemic, it kind of changed the outlook of how everybody parties or even goes out at this point. Because, there's still a fear, like COVID ain't gone. So people are still in fear of like, catching COVID or just catching anything, just being out. But at the same time, if everybody is doing their due diligence to be safe, then we all can still have a great time and be out and have a great time.
Yeah. So Ryan, let me ask you a question. On that journey of your entrepreneurship, what made y'all think that it was actually, when he hit you up, it's like, all right, I mean, I know y'all know each other for 20 years, but a lot of people who know each other for years but still can't work together, right? Yeah. So what made that for you to make a decision and be like, all right, like I know him for 20 years, scratch all that, I'm willing to put some money into it with somebody else?
Oh, yeah. I mean, with him, we lived together before, been together over 20 years, like, never had no problems, no issues, always been solid, what I'm saying, each way. So it was just an easy, like, I was already looking to invest because he has a smoke shop on 8th Street as well.
Okay.
Up and down, shot that out. That's why I'm laughing now.
There you go.
Excuse my laughers. But I was looking to invest into that, and the opportunity just came up on this bar, which is like what we always wanted pretty much, like promoting all that time. It's just a club on a smaller scale. We felt like it was a great start to start that process.
Nah, for sure.
Definitely. Well, we always kick off, our show with a cheers, but this cheers is, to salute you all, for having an idea and executing, because a lot of people talk. Yeah. But you all, follow through, so, congrats to you.
Definitely, cheers, fellas. Definitely.
Salute to y'all,
cheers.
Too, as well.
Got that. There you go.
It takes a lot. Honestly, it takes a lot for, I didn't know what goes into podcasts. I mean, I watch a lot of them, but, you don't know what goes on behind the scenes until you're actually on a few or been on, like, an interview or two. But, like, salute to y'all for doing this, because like I said, a lot of people don't can't it's a thought, obviously. Like you said, just acting on it and actually doing it is actually another battle in itself. So salute to y'all for y'all jumping out there and doing what y'all do.
Definitely appreciate that. Big respect. I appreciate that.
Yeah, because part of what we do is we try to highlight folks' businesses who are doing things and try to inspire others to make that same move, so having you all here is a blessing for us as well, because it goes hand in hand with what we want to do with our platform, so it works out well.
Yeah, man, just shoot some shit with some cool guys, we just sit back, smoke, chill, Some folks have cigars, some have, some special stuff, but it's a good time. I call it my veggies, you gotta have a daily dose of your veggies.
You never need to get your veggies, go to Up and Down.
There you go. Facts. But now more than that, right? So even just getting back into it, I guess, what else do you see for Ella Grace? I mean, we talk about, where kind of what made y'all link up. Yeah. Now what do y'all see next? Because you left, like you said, you left in 2014. So what do y'all, like, now where we at?
Well, I mean, right now we're getting, like, the name of Ella Grace itself is starting to make some noise. It's still a small spot in the city, but it's a hidden gem, as a lot of people will say when they come here. Yeah. And that's a lot of the feedback that we get. Yeah. We have, like, one of probably it's gonna be argued, but I feel like we have one of the best mixologists in the city, in here. Like I said, when my man left for a short period of time to, he took a hiatus. You don't understand how many times I got cussed out on a daily basis. Damn. Or on a regular basis. I mean, no shade on any of the people that we brought to replace him or just to kind of step in for him in that time. But, like, the people that know Ella Grace know Diggs. Diggs. That, like I said, if you guys don't know Diggs, y'all need to get here, get to Ella Grace, order a drink from him, and you will understand why he is that guy. Like I said, we built a team. We've been building a team surrounding strong, solid gentlemen, women, just a solid team in general, just to make sure that we give you the best experience that you can possibly get. Coming into whether it be a small bar, a large restaurant, whatever it may be. But we strive to make sure that we give you the best experience, even though we are one of the smaller spots in the city. Yeah. But like I said, we give you a little bit of everything. Yeah. Great drinks, great food. Like I said, as far as speaking off on our team, we have a solid team that really wants to see us win, and obviously that's the main key. Because like I said, you can have a team, but you know what I'm saying, they may have their own goals behind it, but having them jump in and kind of taking being behind the brand is very key to what we're trying to build. And then like the next step at this point right now, like we're trying to, like I said, keep the brand growing. But I've said this probably within the last few months, where I feel like we are outgrowing this particular location. As a possibility where we may look to expand or go to a bigger location, which may essentially give us a better feel as a whole, as far as space wise, availability wise. Because like I said, we when we get packed in here, we get packed. Yeah. So it gets kind of difficult to kind of house the people that we want to house and be able to give them the best service possible. Yeah. And honestly, if we had a slightly bigger space or bigger kitchen, that way B can operate in a sufficient manner. Because like I said, when it comes down to our kitchen is small. Yeah. But he be pumping. He be pumping. Like I said, and now again, our chefs that we've had on our team, whether they're still here or they're not, they definitely helped us build the brand also. So I want to shout out them, cause like Eric Jackson, Chef Nothing, all those guys literally started us off, and now we're trying to take it to the next level.
Got you. So I guess my question then is, with it being a pandemic, right, and all the hurdles y'all went through, then overcome, should I say, not went through, but overcome, right? And then talk about what you want to do in the future and expand. What do you think the toughest part about running the bar is, right? Or just being in that nightlife, right? Is it making sure the right drinks are right? Is it making sure the food is right? Is it making sure, do you have something for every single person? What is that?
Staying consistent.
I mean, consistency is always key. Like when it comes to anything. Like
just for staying open, the food, the drinks, everything. It's gonna come down to that, because that's gonna keep your name bubbling. Like, you like a rapper out there, you trying to keep your name bubbling.
That's true.
Pop till you get that Michelin or whatever you chasing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real.
You gotta stay consistent. That's the major key. I think with all business, for real, especially small business.
Facts.
Get the people to believe in you.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up. That's why I say I think consistency is, right. Consistency to me, I feel that that's the only reason why I go back somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm only going back somewhere because it's the same thing. Like I won't go somewhere if they change their menu, or you know what I'm saying, so especially something I like and they took it off. I'm like, no, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't fuck with shit like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? I want the consistency and make it the same way every single time. You know? So that's what's up, though. That's definitely what's up. But I definitely do appreciate that, man. And obviously, y'all can catch Ella Grace, stop through. You know what I'm saying? Holla at these two good guys. You know what I'm saying? And they down here on 8th Street. You know, and just being down here, like I said, you say you're one of the smaller ones, maybe in the city, but y'all making a name and an impact on, definitely on 8th Street, being part of the festivals and everything else. Like y'all are making that stamp. You know what I'm saying? And I want to give an opportunity for y'all to, anything else y'all want to say for folks that are thinking about over 20 years, you just up in college, so obviously, 20-something years, then, y'all just kept on growing. Took a break, revamped, where you at? Anything for the folks that think about that. 'Cause a lot of promoters out here. There are a lot of promoters in the city.
Yeah, there's a lot.
But what's the next step, though?
I mean, you just gotta have a big mind. You gotta outthink yourself and go for it. You can't stay in that little bubble that you've been comfortable with, whatever. Like you gotta expand and just go to the next level. Just take a chance. Pretty much, take a chance.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll just say everything that you do that's gonna be for yourself is a risk. Yeah. So make it a calculated one, and make sure you go through all the steps and everything that you want to do, and map it out. Don't just jump out there and do it willy nilly. Don't get it twisted. Like I said, when we jumped on this opportunity, we kind of jumped on it, and then we kind of luckily we had the pandemic to kind of give us time to really plan it out, because the opportunity came very fast, and we had to make a decision on it really quickly, and we didn't have time to actually plan everything out. Yeah. So during the pandemic, it kind of gave us a little bit of a leg up, because if we would have been able to open right away when we first got it, we probably wouldn't be here right now. But the pandemic did give us a little bit of time to kind of feel things out, make sure that things are right, and just do it. If you have a plan and have it mapped out, just jump out there and do it. If you have the funds or you have the investment to do it, do it. It'll be the best thing you ever done for yourself. Betting on yourself is probably the biggest thing that I've done for myself as far as the entrepreneurial side of things. I risked it all on myself, and I prevailed. And like I said, everything is still a learning. You're not gonna go into anything knowing how to do everything. Yeah. A lot of it is going to still be a learning curve, and as long as you're willing to keep on learning, you should be successful.
All right. That's what's up.
Man, I'm still over here battling jet lag, man. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I hit the ground on Sunday. The first thing I did was, went past, the hotel and checked in, and then went to Mom's house, picked up my '98 Ford Expedition. Get some wheels. Big Bertha, man, mean green. Of course, I had a hookah in the back, but I'm really glad that we got the opportunity to to get together and talk, and hear you all's story, and you all dropping gems, because it's inspirational to others. Like I said, everybody talks about doing something, but them seeing that it can be done, how to apply it. And I think you were spot on with talking about during the pandemic about how it gave you that time to kind of like set your foundation and get that together, because I'm sure that if you would have opened the doors the next day, you would have had another host of challenges on top of everything else. So
before we go, I gotta ask, I used to be a frequent member of Palladium. And I feel like, Palladium back in the day, man, that was enjoyable. Yeah. That was a good time.
Good time.
Indeed.
It was a good time.
That was a really good
Honestly,
time.
I was a patron at first. And then, like I said, I had to
See both sides.
To see both sides of the Palladium, like coming just to party.
Classic.
And then being a part of the team that put the party on.
A consistent part. That shit was fun.
That shit was
Every Sunday, the line wrapped around like what y'all know as of Capital One Arena.
Yeah.
That's where the Palladium, the original Palladium, used to be. That shit was crazy every single Sunday.
That shit crazy it's just crazy that it was right there. That shit used to be jumping. Yeah, so I enjoyed that spot. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I mean, like I said,
same here, man.
Like I said, I give credit to the guys at Uptown Productions.
Yes, sir.
Those guys kind of taught me a lot of the things that I know right now. Mark and Taz. Like I said, I learned a lot from those guys. Those are the OGs of the game. I mean, they can honestly, everybody calls me an OG at this point, because I'm up there now too. Yeah. But at the same time, I learned a lot from those guys. And Abdul, let me not miss him. We learned a lot from those guys, and they kind of basically kind of paved the way for us to be where we're at right now. And like I said, I thank them for teacher to giving us those gems during that time. Man, but like that Palladium, Uptown Productions, they had the city on lock on Sundays.
Yeah, for sure.
That used to. Them used to be in hard bottom jeans and a button down and be like, bet, let's do it. We in there, you know what I'm saying? Doing all that. You know what I'm saying? But before we go out, man, I definitely want to do one last little cheers, man. Definitely, I appreciate it. To much more, you know, success, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Salute. There we go.
Indeed. No, but before we go though, this is a big weekend for Super Bowl. So Super Bowl predictions. What are y'all thinking?
We got parlay right now.
we got two black quarterbacks. I think it's like the number one offense versus the number one defense or something along those lines. So forgive me, I'm a little out the loop, with football just due to the timings of the game, because right now I'm 9 hours ahead. So the 1 o'clock games, 4 o'clock games, I don't see any of that. I see the Sunday night game at 5:30 in the morning. I'm drinking coffee, getting ready for work, and I watch the Monday night game, and highlights. But I do know that, this is going to be should be a good game, man. But what are y'all thinking? Who are you picking? Who are you going for? Let's talk about that.
We're going straight up. I'm going to say Philly. I even got the colors on. And shout out solid.dc on Instagram.
There you go.
My color line, plug that. But I'm guessing go with the Eagles. I think they're going to do something.
I'm sorry, I'm a
low score too.
NFC East
Thank you.
Dallas fan. I can't do it. I understand. Like I said, I rooted for them the last time because my homies played for them. But this time, nah, I can't root for them. We going with Pat Mahomes. Like I said, I think he's gonna be the next one, and he gonna get his second one right there.
I appreciate you saying that, right? Because I thank you. I wholeheartedly, and I'm gonna continue to say this all the time, right? Unfortunately, I can't fuck with the pigeons. I just can't fuck with it, right? Now I do, I appreciate the earth tone colors and shit like that, but fuck that shit. Like, I can't fuck with it, but I do fuck with her. So I want to see him. You know what I'm saying? He from the H. You know what I'm saying? So I do want to see him. I want to see him have numbers, but I don't want them to win.
Right.
Like, fuck that. I'm good on that. Like, I'm all the way good on that. I just can't do it, right? So
I just need it to be
it should be an
entertaining game.
I want to see what halftime talking about. I want to see what halftime.
I ain't got no horse in this race, so
yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want one of them horses.
I just let him sit. I love the sport. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at.
Definitely got some parlays going. Need to get.
Those
players are good.
There's a difference between parlays and who you want to win.
Right.
You gotta take all that shit out of it. Like that's irrelevant. Whether who you want to win.
Last one of the season, I need to win.
Yeah, I hear you.
Didn't take enough money.
Nah, I hear you. Who you got? You just back on this side of the water.
Hold on, I got one thing. How y'all feel about this thing that they talking about? They starting scripts for the NFL.
Ooh, that's wild.
That shit's wild.
Yeah, those memes had me crying.
That's what I'm saying though. Like that shit ain't cool. That can fuck up everything. Cause say someone got an inside track.
Right, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Someone got an inside track. It'd just be like that whole little Nike fiasco they had. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You'd be like, it'd be like, what's that band's name from Back to the Future? Bip, whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh, Biff, yeah.
Biff, you know what I'm saying? That magazine and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't even see it, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So,
let me grab that.
Facts.
About to be a millionaire.
Facts.
Billionaire, this joint.
Facts, just get the book, get that
script. You telling everybody, you should bet on this one right here. Put everything on it.
Facts. Well, yeah, who you got?
I'm the same way. I'm a Washington fan, so NFC East. I don't want to see the Eagles win another one. They got one, so they're good right now. But I do want a good game. I don't want to blow out. So I want it to be close, but I wouldn't be upset if the Chiefs took this one.
Yeah. Facts. But yeah, as always, man, we definitely do appreciate it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying, with everything going on. It's a big week. I know y'all got something going on for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know they hosting, so definitely pull up,
Yeah.
They're on 8th
Just so
Street.
y'all know, we got the lineup. Thursdays, ladies' night. Drink specials all night long for the ladies. Friday night, we got late night happy hour. and a teachers lounge. So everybody that is an educator or involved in educating some of these knuckleheads, y'all might need a drink. Come holler at us.
About to be a R&B experience too on Fridays too.
Nice, nice.
Okay.
Live music.
There
Then
you
you got Saturday brunch, and then of course Sunday brunch. But this Sunday we got a special Sunday, so for Super Bowl. So obviously the game starts at 6 o'clock, but we
up.
open the doors at 3.
Oh man.
So come through, get your eats on, and get started early.
Pull
and
up.
grab a seat before y'all don't have to stand the whole night.
Facts.
Great advice.
Facts. Yeah, so again, like I said, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all got a lot of things going on, and it's good shit, man. I can't wait to continue being rocking out with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it.
Nah, indeed. So, once again, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget you can follow Shisha to You on IG. You can follow us on Twitter at InTheBowlPod. And last but not least, don't forget to keep those hookahs clean. After every use, just go ahead and rinse it out. So when you're ready to smoke, half the work is already done for you. All right? So until next week, we appreciate y'all.
As always, click, like, and subscribe.